listen. Never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Getting on baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
There's no human being I'd rather be talking to right now. Ryan Brasier, starting pitcher.
I've had a lot of starts.
You've had a lot of starts.
A month and a half.
Have you got? Do you have a routine?
Not really.
Not really.
I mean, I go out an hour and a half before normal, stretch and throw, and do my throwing and stuff. Try to make it as normal as possible.
How's it feel that with little kids, when you were a kid, growing up in Texas, you said I got the Nolan Ryan ticket, I got the Ryan Brasier ticket, right?
Yeah,
that's good though. It's good.
No, it's been all right. I really don't mind it. It's boring after you're done. You face 4 or 5 hitters, and you just go sit in the clubhouse or in the dugout. I'd rather go to the bullpen. But
can you run out to the bullpen and hang out or not?
I mean, I guess I could.
Yeah, it's a whole new.
Just be in the way.
You don't. That's something you never even think about, that you have to hang out in the dugout, right?
Yeah. No, I usually, it's funny because usually when I pitch, later in the game or whatever, I'll just stay in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
When I start, I feel like I'm so bored, so I keep my clothes on. I just come back out and watch.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. But the weird thing is, so you also know exactly who you're gonna face, right? Pretty much, or do you?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Obviously the first 3 hitters you're gonna face regardless.
Yeah. But you're gonna be Lindor or whatever, or Nimmo or whoever, But before that, it was with San Diego.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
And even the start saying who their first 3 hitters are gonna be.
Yeah.
But the times I've had quicker innings or whatever, go back out and face a couple hitters in the next inning, and then usually hand it off.
Let me ask you this about the bigger picture, about the whole bullpen game thing. Which in more teams in both postseason, when I looked it up the other day, there have been more reliever innings than the starter innings. You're a reliever. I'm sorry. My apologies. But from your perspective, how do you view it? I can tell you how I view it from 30,000 foot.
Honestly, I think it's just the game situations. Obviously, the other night, we had Jack go 7.
Yeah, but you have to, there's a value to that, though.
It is, for sure.
Sure.
And fortunately, we were able to keep, scoring runs, so he kept going. But, I feel like, when you see guys that are dominant like that, even Mania against us on yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would or wouldn't have been in there, if they didn't score all the runs they did, but I think if a pitcher's cruising, you're starting to see more guys get the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Well, I think there's some guys, like Scooble the other day, after he gave up, there's only a few guys who would get the benefit of the doubt there. But there are a few who are getting the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I think obviously the situation in the game matters. But I think it's been so-so.
How is it for you guys as relievers? Because it's basically from the get-go, all right, we're stretching, we're limbering up and everything else. How is it different, the vibe, heading into a game like that?
Generally kind of everybody trickles out the first inning or 2.
Yeah.
Hangs out before they start moving around. And, in the playoffs, it's more of a, everybody's pretty much there, ready to go in the first inning. And I feel like everybody's more locked in. Every pitch.
Oh, you have to be.
You have to be.
Yeah. I should know this, but do guys pretty much know where they're going to be slotted in?
Not really.
No.
I mean, I guess
that's other than you.
We kind of sorry.
Yeah.
We kind of talk, they go to each pitcher and tell them, hey, this is kind of what we're thinking. So maybe if it's a situation where you might pitch, and these guys are coming up, start getting your mind right. But like I said, that's kind of all year how they do it, and we still do the same thing now, but everybody's down there in the first inning.
Yeah.
And so I don't know that people really sit there and be like, all right, I'm only facing these guys.
Yeah.
It's kind of just when the phone rings, everybody's kind of ready.
But for you, they come back to the adrenaline rush. It's like, this is one of the great things. I say this is one of the great. Let me tell you, Ryan, this is one of the great things about being a major league relief pitcher. The adrenaline rush. There's an adrenaline rush to coming in, and for a starting pitcher, I guess it's a little bit different, right? Or no?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Obviously as a reliever, you come in sometimes with people on base. And in the playoffs, you come in with people on base, maybe a little more adrenaline, but clean inning's a clean inning.
That's true.
Well, and like the way I try to look at it is like I'm going out to keep the seventh inning a 0-0 game.
Okay.
Or if we're on the road and we score first, or a few of my starts I've started and we've scored 1 or 2 runs and I went back out, and the only thing I'm thinking is get the first couple guys out because somebody's either going to come in or I'm going to finish the inning, but shut down innings, or like I said, I try to keep it like I'm pitching the 6th or 7th inning.
That's a good way. Yeah, that's
game.
pretty good. I like that. You knew I was going to default to this, but how does this feel compared to 18? Because one of the things about 18, that run too, is that it wasn't like you were throwing bullpen games, but he was getting creative. Remember when Stephen Wright all of a sudden, before game 1, the first game of the playoffs couldn't go, all of a sudden Porcello pitched the 8th,
right?
Valdi pitched the 8th,
right?
So how does this feel compared to that?
I think we're in a little different situation than we were in 18 with the Red Sox. I feel like we had 5 starters.
Yeah, you knew
we knew who was starting which day, and with the injuries and stuff we've had this year, and especially late in the season, with the 3 guys that we have as our starters, we pretty much, we know that they're probably not going to throw the bullpen, but Jack was in the bullpen both the last 2 games against the Padres. Yeah,
okay.
In case we needed it.
Yeah. How's it feel overall? Like this is your first time, I think, back to the LCS, right?
No, we went in 21.
Oh, okay. So my apologies to that.
Yeah, don't do
20.
that. 21, our team, we in 21 we turned a corner like the middle of the season in 21.
Okay.
And just
rattled
them off.
Let's power. I don't want to power rank. That's unfair.
Yeah. No, I don't want to do that.
No. But we could do the overall vibes. The overall vibes, the difference in vibes. 18, 21, and now.
It's just hard to say, man. In 18 we were the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
Just like this year.
Well,
going into the playoffs.
I just talked to an unnamed teammate of yours that happens to wear a Japanese baseball's boring T-shirt. And he was comparing, coming out of an 18 when you guys came out of the Yankee series, of how you get to Houston, and obviously Houston gave you a tough time, but the juice was different. I mean, the Yankees, that was intense, and that was that feeling. And we beat the Yankees, we're on our way.
Yeah, but I kind of got that same feeling when we just played the Padres.
But that's what I'm saying.
It was the same type of vibes, feelings, nervousness or whatever you want to call it. I just didn't. This might be a little different. After obviously the Red Sox, Astros. Shortly after all that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Playing each other.
Yeah.
Directly after it all.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't want to really compare the two.
No, I'm not asking. But I think the point that unnamed player was saying was that it was so intense. The fan bases were so intense, and it's not like you aren't playing a good team. You're playing a very good team. You played a very good team in Houston. It's just. Maybe what I'm saying is that you're prepared for this because a lot of teams, if they came off a series like that, they'd be like, they might have a hard time handling it. Maybe I'm.
No, I don't know. I think you could go both ways with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that series we had against the Padres was really similar to that Yankee series.
Yeah,
it was every game was a battle.
Yeah.
Fans at both places were wild.
Yeah.
But even in 21 when we went to the CS, it's so different from the last day of the regular season to your first postseason game. Yeah, it just fans, players, the way the guys lock in. It's definitely a different feel.
How are I would like to compare the fans. Every fan base is unique. And for you guys, like it's Padres, Dodgers, obviously Red Sox. Yeah. But for you, like, how unique was the experience you just went through with the Padres fans? Was it? I mean, there at Petco.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. You know, they made it to where Dodgers fans couldn't buy tickets, or tried to make it where they couldn't buy tickets. There were still some there, but you know, I've always said that like the loudest game I ever played in was an 18 in Houston.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was the loudest.
Really?
Yeah. But Dodger Stadium packed out is pretty freaking loud.
I thought for sure you were going to say the deciding game at Yankee Stadium when the Yankees are coming back. You pitched in that game.
I came into a game in Houston to face it was either Altuve or Bregman or both of them with guys on base, and it felt like the ground was shaking.
Really?
I mean, it was the roof was closed.
Was that the Benintendi game or?
It might have been the Benintendi game.
Yeah. Okay.
It just I've never been on a mound where I'm like, holy shit, like this is almost overbearing. Like it was loud.
As a pitcher, like I remember we've talked about this, like first time you came in the bases loaded and empty Camden Yards, like at 18.
Yeah.
Like, you were nervous.
Yeah.
But was that time in Houston the most?
You know, I would like to sit here and be like, oh, you just, you know, you tune it out.
No, don't say that.
But I also think that it adds to like the, you know, like the fire or the competitiveness, or, you know, because as loud as they're cheering for, you know, their guy.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it does just as much for the dude throwing the pitch, or vice versa. You know, if we're at home and they're cheering for you to strike him out, like the guy at the plate's like, yeah, get up, like,
right,
shut
all
you
right,
up. You know?
Yeah.
I think it works both ways, honestly.
Whatever it is, it's fun to do.
It's so fun.
Okay, so when you talk about forget 18, 21, and now, like your manager said the other day, it's like I forget what his words were. Like, I believe in you guys more than any team I've ever managed. I mean, there is something following you guys. There is something about. I know that you've had a crap load of injury. There is something. It feels like there's something. Something.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we've done a lot of stuff as a group.
Oh, really?
The last couple of weeks, you know, together and do, you know, whatever is travel together, or, you know, go to a bunch of team dinners like we're going tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, we've had a lot of injuries, and it seems like every time somebody gets hurt, you know, somebody else steps up and you know, does something for us that, you know, we might have otherwise been missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, you know, you got guys playing hurt, and you know, watching Freddie go out and doing what he's doing, like, you know, I think everybody in here, that just, you know, ticks them up a little bit, just knowing, you know, like what Freddie's trying to do to play.
Yeah. Team dinners are good.
Do what?
Team dinners are good.
Oh, they're so fun. Yeah.
Strom was telling me that he had the most team dinners of his career last year. The Phillies, I mean, up until the end, it worked out for him.
Right.
What was the best team dinner you ever had? Has anyone tried to fake pay for a team dinner?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, it's just assumed it's on the team.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we've had guys. We'll have guys sometimes step in and pay for them, but
really,
at least they say they do. Unless you just said like unless they fake it. But.
Yeah. Well, look at the great Galen Carr walking by. The last thing is the two off the beaten path questions. Are you all in on Christmas decorations?
More Halloween.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're Halloween.
More than Christmas.
We decorate for Halloween. I mean, we put lights up and stuff for Christmas, but
more Halloween.
Yeah, we're Halloween people.
Okay. And are you a Black Friday shopper?
Used to be. We used to go get movies. Before we had kids, like we'd get up early and go get all the new DVDs. Because you could get it for like $2. Yeah. Before I had, you know, when I was poor at home.
That's a good one. All right, man. Thank you.